back, imagine how this next bit, imagine how hard this would have been for Abraham. Verse 6, Abraham placed the wood for the burnt offering on Isaac's shoulders. Dads, can you imagine that? While he himself carried the knife and the fire. As the two of them went on together, Isaac said, "Father." "Yes, my son," Abraham replied. "We have the wood and the fire," said the boy, "but where is the lamb for the sacrifice?" If ever there was a moment to opt out, I mean, he's got a long list of justifications and explanations probably scrolling through his mind at this point, I'm guessing, right? And then to have Isaac kind of just stick him one, I don't know if I would have followed through at this point. But look at his response. Verse 8, "God will provide a lamb, my son," Abraham answered. And they both went on together. How hard would it be to say those words? When they arrived at the place where God had told Abraham to go, he built an altar and placed the wood on it. Then he tied Isaac up and laid him on the altar over the wood. And Abraham took the knife and lifted it up to kill his son as a sacrifice to the Lord. At that moment, the angel of the Lord shouted to him from heaven, "Abraham, Abraham." "Yes," he answered, "I'm listening." "Lay down the knife," the angel said. "Do not hurt the boy in any way, for now I know that you truly fear God. You have not withheld even your beloved son from me." Then Abraham looked up and saw a ram caught by its horns in a bush. So he took the ram and sacrificed it as a burnt offering on the altar in place of his son. Abraham named the place, "The Lord will provide." This name has now become a proverb. On the mountain of the Lord it will be provided. Verse 15, "Then the angel of the Lord called again to Abraham from heaven. This is what the Lord says. Because you have obeyed me and not withheld even your beloved son, I swear by my own self that I will bless you richly. I will multiply your descendants into countless millions, like the stars of the sky and the sand on the seashore. They will conquer their enemies, and through your descendants, all the nations of the earth will be blessed, all because you have obeyed me." Then they returned to Abraham's young men and traveled home again to Beersheba, where Abraham lived for quite some time. I think a lot of times, if you've heard this story before, we love to think about it and uphold it in light of the sacrifice that Abraham was willing to take and how amazing Abraham is as a dad and following God and all that, good, healthy stuff. But think about it for a minute through the eyes of Isaac. Students,